protecting victims of fires and floods when they are at the most vulnerable. This move will keep predatory contractors from showing up at disaster scenes and ripping off homeowners. Long Island reporter Carolyn Gusoff tells us where and how this new law will work.
When disaster strikes, the last thing you need to think about is being ripped off. But officials say it's happening across Suffolk County and almost immediately.
The house is still on fire. People are showing up. They're already in their like in the car with the homeowner.
Some of these vultures are actually in the back of the ambulances while they're getting oxygen, getting a signature out of them.
We've had them enter the house before we've granted permission for anybody to enter the house while we're still conducting investigations. There's some real horror stories.
Firefighters say contractors swoop in and try to rush vulnerable homeowners.
Seriously misrepresenting themselves as members of the fire department or the government, insisting that the homeowner would have to sign with them. These vermin have been preying on folks that just lost their home.
In fact, the first call should be to your insurance company that will often send its own board-up crew. Suffolk legislator Dominic Thorne's law requires the board-up company to be licensed and stay behind fire lines. They'll now have to disclose to the homeowner they are not with the fire department, and there is no obligation to sign. Penalties for violating the new law can rise to $5,000 and a year in jail.
Board-up companies have had vehicles that look like police or fire vehicles to allow them to get into the scene quicker. So now they're going to have to identify themselves.
It's modeled after a similar law in Nassau County to control those who are listening to emergency channels, waiting to make a quick buck off of someone else's misery. Legislator Thorne says a good rule of thumb is if you didn't call them and they just show up, don't do business with them. In Comac, Long Island, Carolyn Gusoff, CBS News, New York.